Hey guys, how we doing?
Hey, hey,
Joe here.
Kevin.
So this is not a reaction video.
Right.
It's just kind of just us giving our thoughts on the whole strike
Yeah.
situation.
For what it's worth, and we are not in the industry, obviously. We're
No.
just fans of television and movies.
Hmm.
And we are looking at a shutdown that looks like it might go for quite a while
Yeah.
over contracts with the actors and the screenwriters guilds.
Yeah. And we kind of want to talk about the state of that and the implications that it has going forward. I guess.
Right.
Obviously, you guys are probably well aware of the strike. Started off as a writer strike.
Right.
Now the actors are
The
striking
actors
as well.
joined. Right.
Um, a lot of people are kind of mixed on it, but
Well, I don't know why. I think it's fairly cut and dry, and that's why we're doing the video.
yeah, these CEOs make so much more money than a lot of these
Four, four,
writers do for sure. Maybe
400 or 500 times as much as the writers do.
now you can say the actors probably make close to what the CEOs are making in some circumstances, but that's not all the actors. I mean, movie stars do.
Movie stars are making a lot of money. Actors aren't making a lot of money. And I'm
No,
not trying to distinguish between the two, but
yeah,
there are hierarchies to the actors, obviously.
and
And you can't say Tom Cruise's income and extras' incomes are comparable in any way because they're
no,
not.
and Tom Cruise goes the extra mile. We all know this,
Right.
But a lot of it has to do with money, right? The strike,
100%. Yeah,
but a
it's
lot of
all
it
money.
has to do with the studios using AI to utilize actors and writers so they don't have to pay them as much more.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It's really gross. And
Yeah.
AI, we've said this before. It's an amalgamation of a lot of things. Whether it be artwork or
Right.
scripts, it's pulling from existing material, which is plagiarism.
Yeah, it is. It's taking everyone, and I know writers do this to an extent too. But
Sure.
there's a human element where originality happens. Originality is not happening in the AI stuff. It's taking what works on a million movies and throwing them all together and regurgitating one out. The question then becomes: is it honest artistic expression? And
Mhm.
I would argue no. I think without a human element of artistic expression, it's not art.
There's no soul.
Right, exactly.
And
A meteorite hitting the ground is not art, even though you might like how it
it's
looks.
abstract.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, but I like what you said about that. Like, a lot of screenplays are repetitive,
Right,
but
sure.
that's just screenwriting. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's going to be derivative. That's how it
there
works.
are tropes that work in film,
Right.
and but you're right. If a machine is doing it, it's not. It doesn't have the human touch of the experience behind it.
I don't
Now,
want to watch it.
I don't want to. I will
I
not
don't.
watch
I
it.
don't. I will not watch it. The first movie that comes out that says written entirely by AI. I will not watch it on principle.
That's just not part of the filmmaking experience,
Yeah, it's
man.
not buying a hamburger. It's watching art. And
No,
I'm not going to do it.
exactly. And the actors striking partially because they want to use AI for actors as well.
Sure.
That's a whole other can of worms. There was the thing that came out that said that they want to have a background actor come in. They'll scan them, pay them for one day, and they own their likeness forever,
And I
basically.
think that's disgusting.
That's not right,
No,
man.
it's
Like
not right.
a lot of those background actors, I mean, like they're trying to get work, and how you do that is you go to auditions, you show up
Right.
for roles, you get cast in bit parts, and you work your way up.
The
And
industry is better because of background small actors who work their tails off and become mainstream actors.
yeah,
That's how we get good performers.
and some of them are kind of famous for being background actors. There's the one kid, he's got the glasses and the curly hair. I cannot remember his name, but he was a very notable background actor in the first Spider-Man movie. He was in The Social Network, ton of stuff. If you guys saw him, you'd be like, oh, that guy.
Right.
I don't have a picture of him obviously on my phone or anything, but like the point I'm trying to make is if we just keep doing that, then like at what point do we get to where we don't need actors or screenwriters altogether? And then it's just these corporations that are just like, yeah, here you go. Here's the first fully formed animated movie not made by a single
A
human
person
being.
doesn't touch. Yeah, and they're like, well, I don't need an algorithm making my art for me. I know a lot of that goes into this decision making process. I know
Yeah.
Netflix uses algorithms to decide if a show gets a second season or not, and they really blow it sometimes. Like I get that it's already there,
Yeah.
but if there's not a human element to creating the art, then I have no desire
Uh,
to participate.
There's probably too many streamers now too.
Right.
That's part of the issue as well. I mean, residuals.
Yeah, actors not and screenwriters
Hmm.
not getting paid for stuff that's on streaming services, being paid residuals. Well, that's how we consume the media now.
Yeah.
That's how everybody consumes the media
Nobody
now.
really uses cable anymore.
Yeah, if you're only going to pay them for ticket sales at movie theaters,
Yeah.
and you're only going to pay them for cable vision and network broadcasting advertising dollars out of that, then all there's no money anymore.
I know.
Nobody's buying cable. Nobody's watching network TV. They're all streaming everything.
And as the CEO, obviously, like, look. they've got a big job as well. They're pulling all the strings, they're putting everything together, right?
Sure.
But mostly they just own it. And
Right.
if you own something and you're putting out a product, because let's face it, film and movies and TV, well, it's the same. Yeah, film, TV, it's the same beast, right?
Right.
It's the ultimate form of expression as far as artistry goes. But at the same time, it's like if you're
It's
not,
also for money, right?
it's
Of
also for
course.
money. But also, you should do a little quality control because what you're putting out is not quality. Why would people want to watch it?
Yeah, I don't know that I think that I'm hating to pick on anything, but this is an example. Whatever executive says, let's make another Fast and Furious movie, or
Hmm.
let's make another Transformers movie, or let's make another Star Wars series, or let's make another Marvel series.
Yeah,
There's no brilliant stroke to that. There's no artistic control over it.
yeah,
You're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars
yeah.
to make that decision. Hey, we made a lot of money in the last Fast and Furious movie. Let's make another one. Brilliant. No one would have thought of that without you sitting there.
And it's gonna happen for the end of time. Like you know what I mean? Like these
Right.
franchises have been around for what
We are
50 years.
we are a franchise consuming culture now for sure.
And we've always kind of been, like James Bond is 60 years old. You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean? And I respect that. And I understand that it'll be that way forever. But what makes it really magical and special is when you get like Christopher Nolan that comes in. You know what I mean?
right,
And the CEOs they don't really care about that. They just want to get somebody on it and pump it out.
right.
And
Is it going to make money?
yeah,
Are you gonna come in under budget and on schedule? That's why Eastwood got to make so many bad movies as a director.
he had a lot of hits and misses. You know what I
He
mean?
did. He did.
I'm an Eastwood fan. I
Right.
appreciate the
I, I,
schlock and
I
all.
like Eastwood too, but let's face it, some of his
Not strong.
directing movies aren't strong, right?
I'll give you that.
No one can say Trouble with the Curve is a great movie.
But the distinction is it's a singular voice
Right.
and creator that's out there putting his vision to the screen.
I agree. And I
And
want that, not an AI.
I
That's
would
the
rather
point.
have
Yeah.
that. I would rather have 30 bad Eastwood movies compared to 30 bad AI, you know.
Vomited out algorithmic movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't have the answer for this except for
Pay the
pay the
people.
people. Pay
Pay,
the
pay,
people their
pay
money.
your artists because they need to be able to focus on doing their art. We need more of them. We need more good ones. We need them
Yeah,
to grow and get better.
we should be encouraging good
Right.
films and good TV,
Yeah, exactly.
And we need the bad ones too because if we don't have the good ones, not the bad,
Right, yeah.
you know?
Steven Spielberg, if he doesn't get to do Duel, he doesn't get to do Jaws. You need to
Exactly.
be invest in these people and see where they go.
And the scary thing about all this, guys, we'll wrap this up shortly, is a lot of movies that were supposed to come out in a couple months are now being pushed back because the actors are striking. They can't promote anything at all.
Right, they can't go around and promote the films for
That's how you
studios. Right,
sell it. That's how you
right.
sell your
So
product.
they're just going to keep it out of the theaters until they can do promotion.
Well, they pushed a Zendaya movie to next year, and I know for a fact that they're considering pushing back Dune,
Right.
which I mean, look, guys, this year has not been fantastic for movies. We got a lot of franchise crap this
Yeah,
year.
we did.
Some
This
of
would have
it,
been
some of it was good. Some of it
right.
was good. I'll admit that. And we got a lot of original movies that were fantastic as well. But it might be a pretty dry fall and winter
Yeah.
because there's
Who do you
TV in production
nominate
right
for
now.
Oscars next year? Nobody.
I mean, Asteroid City was good. Past Lives was good. I like MI7.
Sure, I did
So
too.
there's options for sure. I mean, Oppenheimer's coming out, Barbie's coming out, and I hear they're both great. We haven't seen them yet, but especially in TV, there's TV that's being filmed or halted filming that's supposed to be released later this year that we will
Right.
not get because they're
Kind of like
striking.
the '08 writers' strike, where series got cut in half because
Yeah.
they couldn't write the first half of the season on the
So
strike. Yeah.
us as moviegoers and watchers of TV, we decide basically if there gets a sequel or if there's another season because if we don't watch it, they don't make it.
Right.
So something to think about. I really hope this gets resolved soon because we love movies, we love TV.
Right. And
We don't want that to go away.
right. And hopefully the contract comes back in a way that is favorable to what we really want, favorable to the artists and the creators, and is also favorable to the audience, which is all of us, which kind of makes, as Joe said, kind of makes the machine go.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.